Alright guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be working on this 94 F-150. It's a 302 two-wheel drive, and as everything goes right, this is going to be the donor for the Mach 1. So let's get straight into it. Even though this thing's a donor truck, and I picked it up fairly cheap, it's actually got a really good body on it. I mean, the bed's straight, rust free, and luckily for us, I have a 95 F-150 that all the good parts from this 94, other than the powertrain, will go on this 95. The interior is pretty clean. There's just one crack in the dash. There's new radio in it. Got receipts of all the previous work done to it, you know. So overall, this is a fairly nice truck. It's got bullet holes in the back. Just doesn't have them in the front. But let me set you up here, and I'll crank this thing. You can see what we're working with. Got you set up and crank this thing. Based off the way it backfires, I think we've got either a timing issue on the distributor or possibly the spark plug wires are hooked up backwards. So we're going to start with checking the spark plug wires, and then from there, the guy I got it off of said he's already put a starter on it, put coil pack, well not coil packs, he put an ignition module and a coil on it, new spark plugs, a fuel pump. So they've been chasing this issue for a little while. So let's see if we can figure it out. Alright, so I found this diagram. I don't know how well you can see that online. Tells me where my plug wires should be and what should be on the distributor. So we're going to start off checking that. So this is already unbolted. Lay that out of the way. So based off of how that looked, you go to the clip on the back side, and 3 and 1. So it should be 1. Pull it on this back side. Yep. So 1 goes to 1. And then 2. This should be 2. So 2 goes to 2. And then let's see. It looks like 3 goes to 3. I'm moving it over here and I can see it move on the wire down there. So that's good. 8, 4, this should be 4, and it goes to 4. So on this side, we're good. Let's check this other side. So we'll just start checking 8, it's the easiest to get to. So this is 8. And 8 is on 7. So this could be your issue. So let me find something to stand on so I can reach that back there. So on this side, this wire right here should go to 8. And if you look while I move it, it goes to 7 back there. But while I'm moving it there, it goes to number 7. I don't know how well you guys can see that. Number 7 is in the 8 spot, so I need to swap them. Put my sections up on this side. Let me move this out of the way. Reach back here. Alright, so now 8 is where 8's supposed to be. Take this stupid clip off for now, just because it's in the way. Okay, so this should be 7. It was on 8. Now it's in the right spot. Six. Six is in the right spot. 5. And 5 is in the right spot. Slide this back on real quick. All right. Let's give this thing a shot. So we are definitely closer now. We're closer now. Sounds like we've still got an issue somewhere. Maybe it's fuel related. But at least it's trying now. So let's check and make sure we got pressure at the rail and see what else we can do. So when it comes to checking pressure at the rail, there's this little valve, Strader valve. It's got a little cap on it. Pull the cap off. Find you something like a small screwdriver or something along them lines. Something like that, it worked perfectly fine. And then you just go back to this valve, push it down. So give her some good old Cosby sauce. Pull that off just a little bit. A couple squirts of the old sauce. Now let's see what she does. So I crawled back up and underneath it and looked at it. There's a line back there that they've cut. It's just got clamps on it. I'm gonna pull that line off, see if we've got a bunch of fuel pressure. I know at the rail, it seems, it comes out, seems all right, but it should be 40 PSI. So I'm gonna get me a bucket, take that line off and see what it looks like. We've got squirting out into a bucket. So let's go from there. But what we're doing is we're gonna take this clamp and this clamp off and just let it down in the bucket, turn the key on, see what we got. Try not to make too big of a mess. Alright, I'm gonna get a hose to put on this fuel filter. We'll turn the key on and see what we got coming out. Alright. Alright, so after seeing that we have very little flow coming out of the pump, I'm gonna order a pump and then we'll pick up from there. But right now we're gonna take a shower and get ready for it. So when fuel pump comes in, we'll take it from there. Alright, so I got this tank out over here. All it took was dousing myself in gas 2 or 3 times and a few cuss words, but other than that we got it out. So I've got it set up over here. We'll pop this ring off right here. There's a little ring that holds it down in there. Take it off and get this pump out and get a new one on it. And see if it'll run after that. Alright, so I got the Pump changed, and I just set the tank underneath it and hooked up all the stuff. We'll see if it starts before I bolt it all back up. So I'm gonna get you set up for front row seat here. Alright, so off camera, I have put a fuel pressure regulator on this thing, messed with the timing a little bit. Got it running. It does start now. Sadly, you don't get to hear it run because I'm pretty sure it spun either a main bearing or a rod bearing when I started it. It got the old main bearing squeak to it, fired up, and I would start it, but I'm still trying to save this engine for another project. So it is no longer plan on being the powertrain for the Mustang, which is kind of sad, but I've got a 95 that all the good parts from this will go on to. I mean it cheap enough, it still can't beat what I've got in for a parts truck. So, but yeah, it kind of sucks. That's going to be the end of this video on this truck for a little while. Get it outside, get the Mustang back in. If you look, you can see I've started tearing this apart. There'll be another video on that. That is the original 351 Cleveland out of the Mustang out there. I don't know how well you can see her, but it's the original engine out of her. So we'll tear it down, send it to the machine shop. It might become a 408 stroker. It might not, but we'll see if it's saleable. So that's what you'll see in the next video.